Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I just checked the pre-markets and they're mainly flat, but I just want to say I don't trust it. I am going to say that I don't trust it. I'm going to say that we've had a lot of negative news that came in, guys, and I'm not buying. I'm not buying anything. I have my eye on a few small cap stock that I let you guys know about. One in quantum computing, and there was an article I shared with my money movers that it still looks promising, and I'm going to stick to the buy zones, guys. So same, nothing has changed. That was ticker symbol INFQ. Nothing has changed with it so far for me. I'm going to still continue to accumulate it in the zones that I showed you guys. But I will tell you that I don't trust this market. We had bad PPI, meaning inflation is skyrocketing, already skyrocketed last month. We had CPI, and then we had PPI. What was produced was high, what was consumed was high, and people are maxing out their credit cards at a record number, and to pay for basic necessities like food and fuel and gas, and that's not good. This market, the economy is being held up by upper middle class and especially the wealthy. So when you hear the term K-shaped recovery, just think of a K, right? From your view, just think of the vertical line of the K. The rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poor. And that's what I warn about all of the time, guys. And so you must spend time getting on the other side of the equation when these K-shaped recoveries start. And I'm challenging you guys to plan now. So let me tell you what I won't be doing. I won't be buying anything heavy this coming week. I don't trust this week. I really don't. Now, 2 days ago, well, should I say Thursday, I said be aware this market could be nearing a high and could be overinflated and could turn around. And then Friday we had a cool off. I wouldn't call it a sell-off because we're still up massively. I would call it a cool off. But I don't trust this market with all of that bad data. And then you had the president go to China, take all of these CEOs, and I have yet to hear one positive thing that came out of that meeting that will cause the stock market to go up. Okay? So I do know that there was dialogue, but there was no comeback with big news. As a matter of fact, we just got reassured that China is looking at Taiwan. All right? So we know what's going on with that. President Xi is saying, hey, don't even come and ask about Taiwan. That's a Chinese province. That's what he's saying. And so I don't see anything so far. You may have heard something or saw something. I haven't seen anything positive that came from this meeting yet that causes the market to move. This is not political, but I'm talking about something substantial that will cause the market to go up. And that was one of the things I believe that was priced in on Wednesday. Okay. So again, I don't trust this market. If it continues to go up, I'm not buying anything. And you have to look at stock after stock. Now, all stock are not overinflated or too expensive. And you have to look at the expense ratio of these companies, guys. That's what you need to do before you buy. All right. And if things start coming down, what I'm going to be concentrating on is cashing up again, big old fly. I'm not selling my stock, moving to cash. I'm continually putting cash into my portfolio. So when I say cash up, That's exactly what I mean. I want to be crystal clear of what I'm doing. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. You have to do your own due diligence. But I do know that this market is expensive. This market is top heavy. This market is frothy, extremely at this point. We need the market to go up and then come down a little bit, then come up, then go down a little bit. But straight up, trees don't grow to the sky. And the further up it goes, it's like you hanging on the edge of an air balloon and it loses its tether and it just starts to go up. Now, if you're smart, the second you see that line snap, you need to let go and jump. But if you stay on that balloon too long, the longer you stay on it, the higher it gets, the longer the fall. Well, the market is like that right now in my eyes. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I will tell you, I'm not buying anything or chasing anything at the top. The only thing I would look at are the stock that haven't moved, that's been beat down, like Microsoft. I got a ton of Google. Google has already ran, so I'm not buying Google. I'm just giving you guys an example. I wouldn't be buying Google. I would be buying the ones that have underperformed, like Microsoft. See, I'm just giving you that as an example. So here's what I would be doing if I was just entering into the market. I would be looking at the stock I want to buy, getting them on my radar, and even putting in buy orders Monday. And then when we have a cool down, which we're due for some sort of correction, guys. And this is not me being bearish. This is me being prepared. My portfolios have more money and more gains in them than they've ever have, right? And I know a lot of you guys, especially if you've been following me, a lot of you guys are the same. But do not give your gains back. You can lock them in, and you could set stop losses on whatever you want to set a stop loss on, okay? So if you bought at the top, you should be setting stop losses, okay, if you bought at the top. I'm just saying I would consider setting stop losses if I bought at the top. So if you bought stock a couple of years ago and you're up 50, 75, 100, 200, 300%, then you can afford a 5 to 10% correction and keep buying. Remember, it's not one size fit all. Someone asked, Larry, why would you even set a stop loss on your long term? Let's take Palantir, for instance. Be honest, guys. Palantir, I said, could come down to 128. And you know where it hit last week? 128. But it was 207. Now, if you knew 100%, be real, that at 207, that it was coming back down to 128, you would probably sell some. As a matter of fact, if you knew 100%, you would sell it all. Why? Because you can get back in at 128, okay? So now, again, some of us started buying it at $10, but some of you bought it at 200. So we're not in the same boat, follow? And then there's some stock that I looked at that I bought a little late that you got much lower. Quick shift. Crypto. Generally, we usually have one more leg down. We haven't had it this time. We didn't have that major third leg down this time. It didn't happen yet. And it may not happen. But Larry, again, you got to do your own due diligence. I'm waiting on it. And when it does happen, if it does happen, I will be buying, and I will be letting you guys know exactly when I'm buying and exactly what I'm buying. It's going to be 80% Bitcoin. I'll let you know that right now, and I will be buying. Okay. Listen, I'm going to leave you a quick inspirational message. And I want you to think about this, especially if you're young. Most of the people that are watching me, I would say over half of the people that are watching me are under 40. But I want you to do this. I want you to think about this. The children of Israel, all right? The children of Israel were the people that went on a journey, and it took them 40 years to get to the promised land, right? 40 years, guys. And think about this. That journey should have taken 11 to 12 days. Just think about that. You guys, if you haven't read the scripture, you've seen the 10 Commandments. That journey should have took 11 to 12 days, and it took them 40 years, right? Think of the generations. A whole generation was wiped out. Why? Hard-headed. They didn't trust the process. They didn't keep their eye on the prize. God was faithful to them, and they just started complaining, and they didn't trust the process. And I will tell you this, in today's life, in today's time, should I say, if I knew what I knew now about finances, I would have started earlier. 40 years, it's about how long it took me, guys. I stand guilty. Think about how old you are. Think about the financial gems that was withheld from you. And it wasn't withheld from you from your parents. They didn't know, because school didn't teach them. But this system was created to keep us in the blind, to keep us in the dark. Why? They need our money. They need our liquidity. So now, instead of wondering for 40 years, this journey should take you 11 to 12 years, right? And just think about that, guys. Why would we wander through the wilderness? Simply because we don't trust the process. When the process was the process before we were born. So guys, again, invest in your Roth IRAs. Come join us in Money Moves and learn about options. So when the market does come down like it did Friday, we printed a ton of money. We made a lot of money. And they're not watching me make money. They're making money, the followers, okay? So whether you come and join us or not, I challenge you to spend some time every day. I don't care if it's 15 minutes on your finances, or else you're going to be like the children of Israel, wondering, okay? And everything else, and every other aspect in life, your spiritual life and everything like that too. But your finances, time to get serious, because we've been wandering, and it's a 12-year journey. 12 years of intentional investing will change your life for the rest of your life. That's my inspirational message for today. I love you guys. Check out the links below. We'll see you Monday. And for my new money movers, we had a lot of people come and join over the weekend. I will be live trading Monday morning. We will see you there. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.